Right, now then my friends, it's going to be a bit of an interesting vlog today because we're going on a road trip in this, my all-electric Porsche Taycan EV, whatever you want to call it, electric vehicle. We're going to head down to Brighton. It's going to be a nice day. I think we might have a little bit of rain down there, but along the way we're going to call off at Gridserve All Electric Forecourt. It's the UK's first all electric forecourt. Now, I believe they're rolling out about another 100 of these over the next 5 years, but we'll see how that one works out. Now, if you've watched the channel before, you'll know that I don't like EVs. I think they're stupid. It's a stupid idea. I don't think it's the future. I don't think they're as green as the governments make out. I mean, we've even got the President of the United States. I can't remember his name now, and in fact he probably can't either. That's controversial. We won't get into that. I'm not political. We're not going down that route. Biden, that's it. He's even like trying to push them down our throats. We've had our Prime Minister trying to push them down our throats, and quite honestly, if you read up and do the research, they're not as green as they make out. Anyway, also the infrastructure has been terrible. I've already done John O'Groats to Land's End. If you're a regular to the channel, you'll have seen that. I've done from North Wales to South Wales, and it's been an absolute nightmare. So we're going to do that today. We're going to head down there. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a little bit of fun along the way. I'm looking forward to seeing this forecourt, this all-electric forecourt, because apparently it's futuristic, so we'll see what that's like. Anyway, if you're new to the channel, do hit that subscribe button, click that little bell for notifications of when I upload new videos. Now, without further ado, my friends, wow, a nice Bentley there with an engine in it. Let's go. Right, my friends, well, firstly, thanks for joining me, because it gets a bit lonely on these journeys, but I've got you to keep me company, so that's good. And it looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. Anyway, let's get down to business. So 98% of battery I've got left, a 229-mile range. Now, that's not great, because in winter and on colder days, you don't get as much range out of your battery, because well, that's the way batteries goes. They don't perform as well in cold climates. So winter months, it's for EV owners, it's the winter of discontent. I charged up last night at the office at home, and roughly it cost me to get 229 miles, I think about £28 for a charge now at home, roughly. And then it's extremely more expensive to charge when you're out on the road nowadays. It's becoming negligible, really, whether it's cheaper than an internal combustion engine. In fact, I'd say that having a diesel car like Sarah, my girlfriend, has, is actually cheaper. You can fill her tank up and you can get nearly 600-700 miles out of a tank. It's absolutely crazy. It's telling me to stay in the middle lane. And when I first started this morning the car up, I had a bit of an issue. I didn't get it on camera. It says right charging point impaired, and I can't get the flap open for the charger on that right hand side. There's a charger on each side, a charge point on each side. The fast charger is on the left hand side, so luckily that's the one I'm using. Otherwise I'd be stuffed, because that one's stuck and it's impaired. It doesn't work apparently, so I don't know. Hopefully it'll correct itself. It's weird because it's a computer, and it's basically an iPad on wheels, isn't it? It can sometimes correct itself when you switch it off and switch it on again. Anyway, come on, onwards. So it's 132 miles to where we're going, the first destination, where we're stopping over at the Gridserve Electric Forecourt. 132 miles, 2 hours and 24 minutes it's going to take us, and it's also going to take us down the A1. Now I've figured out what the A stands for in A1. It's adult, because there's an adult store, as I've said before on this channel. Every 4 or 5 miles there's an adult store. So I guess if you are driving an electric car and you do run out of charge, I'm pretty sure that they'll have some batteries in there for you. Controversial. Come on, onwards. You know, a lot of you be questioning me, if you're new to the channel, on why have I got an EV, an electric car, or an electric vehicle, or whatever you want to call it, if I don't like them, and I don't think they're the future, and I don't think they're green, and I think we're being pushed into it. Why have I got one? Well, you know, they say that things that happen in your childhood can have an ongoing effect in your adult life. And I think when I was about 9 years old, maybe 8 or 9, my sister took me to the theatre to see the Sooty show. Now if you're not from the UK, you won't know what the Sooty show is. It's a glove puppet, and it was a children's show basically, and we went to it, and there was a guy called Matthew who was the puppeteer, the guy who used to be with Sooty all the time, and he had a lady there that helped him on stage, on his stage shows. I remember this, stick with me, and I even remember a name. Connie was her name, and they said, anybody want to come up to the stage to help? And I got picked. I didn't want to go on the stage, but I remember getting picked, and I stood there in what I even remember it was a blue and cream coat, probably the most unfashionable coat, even more unfashionable than what I wear these days. And I'm stood there, and she gave me these lines, and I'll never forget them. She said, what I want you to say is, hello, it's me, Stupid Lee. And that was the words I had to say, and everything, and it carried on, and I was on the stage and everybody was laughing at me. And I'm thinking, maybe she could see into the future that I was going to buy an electric car, because anybody who buys an electric car has got to be stupid. It just doesn't make any sense. We're not whinging today though. I'm going to enjoy today, because I am looking forward to seeing this all electric forecourt, the forecourt of the future, supposedly. And I'm really looking forward to it. So, but you know, there we go. Oh, there's JB, a good friend JB. I'll answer that actually. Now then, you are on my vlog, so say hello. I think I've gone the wrong way now. Hello. How are you?
I am wonderful. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm just trying to join the A1 South, so going to the forecourt of the future.
You know where, sorry?
The electric forecourt of the future. Let me just get onto the A1 here, my friends. Right.
I went near there yesterday.
Yeah.
Yes.
Braintree in Essex, that's right. So anyway, just 1 second, JB. I shall say, 1 minute. We're going to get on the A1 now, my friends. So enjoy the scenery while I speak to JB, and we'll come back to you in a minute. Let me get over here. There we go. There you go, adult store, A1, A for adult. Why would you have an adult store on the side of the A1? It doesn't make any sense. Well, it's like, oh, come on, love, we're going out for the day. Where? The A1. Oh, I know why you're taking me to the A1, you little devil. Oh, yeah, come on then, get in. Crackers, come on, onwards. You know, I was recommended a video by YouTube the other day, and it was by the Car Guys, I think it was. I'd put a link to it on my community page, but I'll put the link to it in the description down below. And it was really interesting what they'd got to say. Now, I can't verify any of this information, but he said the batteries that are in these cars are actually mined by young children, which is horrible to think so. And he was also saying that these cars, and he'd got facts and figures, it was really interesting, and he said that these cars are not even as green as you may think, and that the energy that you put into these cars is from dirty energy. It's basically dirty energy. It comes from, you know, coal plants, etc. Not so much in the UK, but over in China and over in the USA, etc. like that. Have a look at it. It's got all the figures. It really is interesting. So it does make you think and question, or it makes me question why, and you may have your own answer to this, so pop it in the comment section down below. That's what it's for. Why are the governments pushing us into electric vehicles? My spin on it, I've said it before, is I think that they're trying to push people out of their own transport and get onto public transport. That's why they're building more bus lanes, they're building more cycle lanes. They don't want people to travel around in cars. That's just my opinion. I'm just saying it's my opinion. You have your say in the comment section down below. It just does not make sense why they're trying to push us into these electric vehicles when they don't make any sense. They are not green. They're not as green as we like to think they are. So why keep pushing us into these vehicles? It just, I don't know, it really it concerns me and it worries me, because if they are, and they have an ulterior motive, then that's really worrying. Do you know what? I'm really quite intrigued. I'm looking forward to seeing this charging forecourt, all electric charging forecourt, because it's supposed to be futuristic. I can guarantee you there'll be coffee machines there, and you know, food places to eat and things to spend your money on while your car's charging up. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that anyway, because I've not seen an actual all electric forecourt before, so it'll be interesting. You know, I have to say though, with electric cars, we don't have a choice. They're not giving us a choice, basically. It's not like in 2030 or 2035, I think it is, in the United States, where, you know, you really should be driving an electric car by then. It's you cannot purchase an internal combustion engine, then that's it, you have to have an electric car. They're not giving us a choice, and I think it's all about manipulation and control and domination, because you will do as they say, and if you can't afford an electric car, then you'll take the bus, or you'll go on your bike or whatever, your electric bike. And I think that's the case. Don't forget, these cars cost a fortune, and all right, this is an extreme version of an electric car, but even the, you know, the Nissan Leafs, is it, or whatever, any electric car is absolutely insane. My brother-in-law has a Fiat, one of them little Fiat cars, and he was approached to change it, and he's had it a while. It's petrol, and is it the I'm trying to think what it is. It's the fast one anyway. I can't. Is it the 500? I can't remember. Anyway, he was approached to change it for the electric version of it, and he looked at the price. He said, it's absolutely insane. The cost to change it from a petrol one is nuts. He says, I can't afford that. So he says, I'm just going to keep the one I've got. And I think that's what they're trying to do. It feels to me like they're just trying to price out the normal person out of the market, and if you can't afford an electric car, then you can't drive. Take the bus. We're not giving you a choice, you know. Anyway, we're not moaning in today's video. We're just going to have a nice little relaxing journey. It's clouding over a little bit, but you know, it's the scenery is great. The British countryside is fantastic. I love it. And at this time of year, it really is nice. In autumn, in fall, you've got all the different colours. It's beautiful. So anyway, I do need a coffee, so I'm hoping they do have a coffee machine there. Go on, onwards. Can I just say as well to the Tesla owners, right? I've said your network is fine, right? It's great. It's more than fine, actually. And your software on your car is amazing. But please stop saying, you've got the wrong car. You got the wrong car. I don't want a Tesla. I don't want a Tesla. Who designed them? Somebody designed them with their eyes closed. I mean, the front of them, they actually, my nephew said the front of them actually looks like Elon Musk smirking, because I said it looks like a smiling Joe Pasquale on steroids, but he watched it and he went, no, if you look at it, it actually looks like Elon Musk. It's got that same frown kind of thing that he's got on the front of the car. And I mean, really, Tesla? I don't want to. I certainly did not get the wrong car. They handle like crap, they look like crap. No, I don't want one. There we go, I've said it. So stop saying I got the wrong car, because I didn't get the wrong car. Anyway, I need a coffee and something to eat. I can assure you they'll have everything down at this electric charging forecourt. It'll have I'm sure it's got everything there to make even more money. Come on. So I need your help. The electric forecourt that we're going to, Gridserve, it's the first one apparently of 100, is it, that they're doing over 5 years, over the next 5 years. That's what I read anyway. Can you tell me in the comment section down below, do a little bit of tippy tapping, do a little bit of research and tell me, when was this opened, in what year, and how many have they actually made so far? How many of them now, out of the 100 that they were going to do, if that's what they were going to do, have actually been created? Are they on schedule? Interesting. You know, I've had about 4 Teslas pass me now, because I don't drive very fast, and I've looked at them in the mirror as they passed, and I have to say, my nephew's right. The front grille does look like Elon Musk's smirk. I mean, come on, really? Nobody wants to ride around on Elon Musk, do they? Unless you're Amber Heard. What? Relax, it's a family channel. I don't know what you thought I meant. I just heard that she'd got a Tesla. Behave. Come on, onwards. Right, so 52% of battery left, 127 miles of range. We've got 8.7 miles to go before we get to the electric forecourt, whatever it's called. Let me just overtake this caravan. What I have to say is, by the way, I have a lot of viewers in the comment section from Australia, New Zealand, Canada, America, and it differs on their outlook and their insight into electric cars. For instance, Australia, vast place in between getting from the west coast to the east coast, and a lot of people saying that well, a couple of people actually said that they have done the journey across Australia in a diesel car, I believe it was. I can't remember from memory. If you was the gentleman that made that comment, pop it in the comment section down below, and you said you'd never be able to do that in an electric car. I know that I have viewers from all over the world, and what would be interesting is on your insight into how your country is taking on board electric cars, and do you see a future there? Do you see America being all electric by 2035? Do you see Australia? Do you see Canada? Do you see yourselves, do you see your country becoming all electric? Or do you think that the internal combustion engine will reign supreme and all this is just pie in the sky? What I will say is, from my experience, and if you've not watched the channel before, this car's leased, and there is no way, I'm not going to go over old ground because I've done it in videos back, head back and look at them. I constantly say, do not buy an electric car. Stand up for your rights, stand up for your choice, because if you don't, and you do go down that path of buying an electric car, buying an EV, then you won't be able to go back, because we're being told you will have an electric car or nothing at all, and that takes away our choice. And I totally agree, you do need cleaner options for cities, etc., and for transport, but this isn't it. No way is the electric car the answer. But anyway, my question, pop it in the comment section down below. What's your insight into how your country's doing? And do you see a All Electric Future. Anyway, 5.6 miles to go, and I need a bathroom break now. Actually, I'm from Mansfield. I need a wee, need a pee. Come on. Right, this is absolutely insane. I mean, this really is what every electric charging forecourt should be like. It's absolute madness. I mean, look how many there are. Now, if there were these instead of petrol stations, then you'd have more of a chance of charging up. Absolute madness. There's Tesla charging points, there's charging points for other cars which are available. It's mad. 350 kilowatt. Right, well, I'm down to 45%. It's 113 miles of range, and it's now 2:47 p.m. So I think what we'll do is we'll get charged up and let's see how fast it actually charges. So engine off, not engine, milk float off. Come on. Right, so plug in your vehicle, tap contactless card or device. I don't know whether it'll take my Porsche one. We'll try it first. So we'll plug it in. Here we go. Right, let's try this out. No, doesn't take the Porsche card, so I don't get discounted charging. So we'll try contactless. Connect OK. Starting. Right, so what time are we on? 2:50. There we go, preparing to charge. Setting up communication with the car. Right, let's see how fast this charges. There is so many charges here, it's unbelievable. Wow. Still setting up communication with the car though. Come on. Ah, there we go, 45%. Come on, how many kilowatts are we getting? Right, well, it's going up, so we'll see. I'm going to nip into the little boy's room and we'll come back and have a look. Right, come on, I need to go. In fact, you wait here, have a look around while I go to the loo. I've got to tell you, it's something else in there. So I've been to the little boy's room, but there's loads of other stuff in there. Come on back in with me. Come on. Come on. It's absolutely amazing up here. This is the service station of the future. This is where every service station, EV service station, will be like this. We've even got little pods here, look. And these are how much an hour?
£24.
£24 an hour for these service pods. So you can have a meeting here, charge up, leave your EV charging up, pop in there, 24 quid. Nice and quiet in there as well. Fantastic. I like it. This is the future. How many of these have we got though so far?
So we've got 2 at the moment.
Do you mind being on camera? So you've got 2 at the moment. Now you're supposed to have 100 over the next 5 years, is it?
Yes, that's what we are hoping for. We're currently at 2. We
Yeah.
are going to be building and completing, I believe, another 3 in next year. So it will be exponential from this point onwards. You'll see quite a lot more being done.
Brilliant. All
This
over,
point onwards.
all over the UK.
All over the UK.
Where's the other one at the moment?
So that's Norwich,
At Norwich at the moment.
northeast side of Norwich.
Yeah.
Next one will be Gatwick,
Next one's Gatwick.
middle of next year.
There you go. See, you heard it here first. There we go. I'm going to have a look around if that's all right.
Yeah, no worries.
Thank
Take
you.
your
What was your
time.
name?
My name's Connor.
Connor. Nice to meet you.
Nice
Thank
to
you
meet
very
you
much.
too.
Thank you. Wow, it's beautiful. Just look at this. You can even do some working out while you're waiting for your car to charge. That's mad. Total mad. It's brilliant. So I'm just with Connor again. He's just telling me. I said, he asked me my channel, and I said it's the Mike Master. I said I've been relatively negative about electric cars so far and the infrastructure, and I've said if it was all like this across the UK, then I think the future of EVs would have a better chance. Now you're saying none of this is funded by any oil companies or anything.
Not at all. So our owner is a green, sustainable freak. He loves all of that stuff.
Is he a vegan?
Yes, he is.
I knew he'd be a vegan.
I am too, actually.
You're a vegan as well.
Yeah, basically, we live sustainability. All of us who work here, we go absolutely nuts for it. Even if we didn't like EVs before, I did. We all learn to love them because it's just how we see the way forwards, and it's just all in our blood, I guess. From the moment we work here.
Do you see the future of motoring all EV?
Absolutely, 100%. We make it so easy for people out there to own an electric vehicle, and we hope that everybody out there decides to eventually. Especially when you see a place like this, I think you'll be driven to. You find out how easy it is.
It is I have to say, it is very impressive, I've got to say. I mean, it's like, I'm not sure about the fitness bikes there. I might give them a miss, but I go and get something to eat downstairs.
Fun fact, they actually generate electricity for the building.
They
They
do.
do, they're plugged in. We collect rainwater from the roof to flush the toilets and everything.
Oh wow.
This
So
is a completely sustainable building.
do I get a discount if I go on the bikes then and get some of my electricity back?
I get a lot of customers ask about that one. But sadly, it's only watts. It's only a little tiny bit of electricity.
It all counts. It all counts.
Absolutely.
There you go. So it's actually very impressive. Anyway, I'm going to go and get a sandwich. Not vegan though. Unless, is it only vegan stuff here?
Oh no, he's Costa with both options.
Costa with both options. That's what we like. Come on, onwards, my friends. Right, so there you go. Very impressive, I've got to say. I mean, I'm not swung that it's the future, but if it was, this is a step closer to it. I mean, it's just the time though, isn't it? It's like 3:20 now, and it's only at 94%. And I know I'm going to get all the evangelists saying that, you should only charge it to 80 or whatever, but I want to get a full charge. Why shouldn't I? Well, otherwise, what's the battery for? I might go and eat I've got some sandwiches, I'm going to eat them on the bench over there. Come on. Oh, it's all very nice, isn't it? But it's time again, isn't it? You'd have to literally you'd have to have it so that the batteries charge incredibly fast. They lasted longer than, you know, 3 or 4 years. Your battery technology would have to advance, and so that you could literally charge it within seconds. And if you got these everywhere instead of your petrol stations, but you know, if I'm wrong and it is the future, then it's a long time in the future and not right now. But I have to say, it's a step forward. Nothing like an M&S meal deal. This is no ordinary sandwich. Oh, right, so had my sandwiches and my crisps. It's 3:32 now PM, and we're at 99% charged. So yeah, it is the future of electric forecourts, but unfortunately the battery technology and charging time has to catch up. Another 1%. I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna leave it till it's 100%, because you always fill your tank up with petrol to the top, don't you? Or do you? Tight git. Come on. Right, so charging's finished, 100%. It took 47 minutes. So, you know what I'm saying? So there we go, right, okay. I'll take that out. It hasn't told me the cost though, that's the thing. Not actually tell me a cost. Is there a receipt? No. Nothing. I guess it'll just appear on my card. I'll have to have a look in there. Right, come on, onwards. Let's get down to Brighton. Oh, right. I've tried to get the receipt off of there by scanning it, and it didn't work. It just comes up with £5 something or whatever, and gives you a load of other people's transactions, which I've had before, because I've used my watch and Apple Pay gives a different number. Maybe easier with a card. Anyway, I don't know what it's cost me, so who knows? I guess you could work it out if you work out per kilowatt. Anyway, so there you go, Gridserve, the electric forecourt of the future, if you've got hours to waste. Anyway, let's get on to Brighton. I probably could have been there by now, but interesting, have to say, very interesting. There we go, come on, onwards my friends. Tell you what is interesting, all the people that work here who park around the back, none of them are electric cars by the looks of it. Nice lad though, if you're watching, thank you very much. Excellent information, and they should give you a pay rise, because as I've said, service these days, you just don't get it. That lad, excellent, loved his job, passionate about it, and I think we need more people like him, so there we go, absolute pleasure. Right, come on, onwards my friends. Right, so I'm now 243 miles of range. I've got 98% of battery left. Used 2% by going down there about 3 miles. Where are we going here? Oh, 1 second. I think I've gone the wrong way there. 1 tick. I've gone the wrong way. Oh, that's taking my battery now. That's another few volts gone. Where am I going here? What am I doing? What is it doing? What's going on? Here we go. Hang on. There we go, got to go down here, that's it, stay there. There we go. Right, brilliant. We're back on the road now. Terrific. Can't even remember. I've lost my train of thought now. Oh right, yeah, 98%, 243 miles of range, 96 miles now to get to Brighton, and we're not going to get there till 6 at night. Now bear in mind I was there for nearly an hour, and wow, what a lovely little village. If it was a petrol car, I'd be there an hour earlier, wouldn't I? Look at this village. Now the only issue I'm going to have now is because I wasted an extra near on an hour there, this is taking me on the M25 now, which if you're not from England, well, Chris Rea sang a song about it called The Road to Hell, and we're just about to get into rush hour. Wow, that's bright sunshine. So I could have missed that if I'd have just filled it with petrol. Right, anyway, Dartford crossing it is. Right, so Dartford crossing, you've got to pay to cross it. If you're in an electric car, there's no leeway for electric cars, you've still got to pay it. However, I am in a congestion zone as well, the London congestion zone, but I don't have to pay that because I'm exempt, because I registered online that I'd got an electric car, so I don't have to pay it. Now it's odd because, listen up, Mayor of London, trying to catch us out. Everywhere else in the country, if you've got an electric car and like you've got a clean air zone or whatever, you don't have to register your car because they can tell that you've got an electric car by your number plate. But London, you have to go in and register, and even if you have an electric car and you don't register, you will get a fine. Come on, listen up, Mayor of London. I know what you're trying to do, catch us out, but it ain't working, mate. Anyway, I registered, so I don't have to pay. I can be smug. Look at all these people with exhausts having to pay congestion charges and clean air zone, low emission charges. Not me. Admittedly, they probably get a lot to where they're going a lot quicker, but you know, there we go. Right, my friends, getting a little bit tired now, I have to say. Got another hour and 4 minutes to go, another 48 miles, doing fine for battery, 82%, 202 miles. Bearing in mind, an hour and 4 minutes to go, I would have pretty much have been there now if I'd have not spent an hour, almost an hour of my life in the electric forecourt. But, you know, was kind of interesting, but I'm shattered now. Just want to get there. It's going to be late, it's going to be dark when I get to Brighton. I've got to have fish and chips. I'm going to do a fish and chip review. Brighton fish and chips, don't let me down. Now, did you see that? If not, rewind it back. There's a little smart car there that I just passed, covered literally wrapped in grass. I mean, that's the greenest car that you're gonna get. Even more greener than an electric car. Right, I've got to get a coffee and go to the little boy's room. So I'm pulling off at the services. Easy, it's a family channel. I know what you're thinking. Yes, you. Pease Pottage Services. What a name! Pease Pottage. P-E-A-S-E Pottage. P-O-T-T-A-G-E. Pease Pottage. Strange name. It's quite nice in a way though, isn't it? Anyway, we've got 72% of battery left, so I'm not even going to put any charge in tonight. I just want to get down to Brighton. I haven't booked a hotel yet, so I'm going to book a hotel while I'm here. And where's the services? I don't like these services where you have to come off, go onto a housing estate like this, and then where are we now? There we go. Services around here, that's it. So I'm going to book a hotel, and I'm shattered now. I need a coffee. I'm going to have a rest, and then hit the road again. We've only got another 21 miles now to Brighton, so not far. Here we are. Pease Pottage Services. Huh. Oh, right. Funnily enough, they have got Gridserve charges over there, but I've got 181 miles in it, and I just need to get where I'm going. So, as a norm, I'm pretty sure that some of the EV clan there would say you should put some in while you're having a coffee, and then you're not going to panic. I'm just going to nip in, little boy's room, coffee, back on the road again. But yes, they have got Gridserve. Don't know how many charges are free though. Probably both taken up. Anyway, let's get this milk float turned off. I'm going to get a coffee. Come on. Now let's have a look. Gridserve over here. Chargers. So if I wanted to charge up here, I'd have a bit of an issue because they're both taken up. There we go. Not everything is like that electric forecourt, is it? There you go, look. Is there two on that one though? Oh, there might be two. Is that one out of order? Yeah, out of order.
I'm with them on the phone. So.
Are you on the phone?
Yeah, with them.
Yeah, it's out of order though, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Out of order. He's on the phone to him. What can you say? It's the future. Not. Oh yeah, can I have a skinny latte please to go, thanks.
Medium, yeah?
Just a small one, thanks. Paid for my Costa. Yet again, it winds me up. I've said this before. Went to pay, says, oh, it's not accepted my Apple Pay. Went, oh, you just got to press F1 for giving to charity or not. I'm like, everything you do now with contactless, do you want to give to charity? I already give to charity. I don't need you to ask me whether I want to give to charity because I already do it. No, I don't agree with it. I give to charity, but it's done on everything that you actually pay now. Do you want to donate to charity? How do you actually know that it goes to charity? I know when I give something to charity, it goes to charity. Right, back in the car, come on. Right, it's getting a bit dark now, and I still haven't booked a hotel. I'm going to try and get as far as I possibly can. Interesting though, them chargers being out of order. I told you, it ain't the future. And it would be nice to think that that kind of electric forecourt would actually work, but nah, not yet. Can you actually see me? It's very dark, isn't it? Come on, onwards. Right, I don't know if you can see me. So we went through Brighton, as you might have seen, and then I pulled in, tried to find a Premier Inn, and there was none in Brighton. There was a hotel in Brighton which was like 400 quid nearly, and I thought, I'm not having any of that. So I found a Premier Inn, because you're always safe with a Premier Inn, in Newhaven, which was 10 miles away. So I've driven to Newhaven, and apparently it's a nice drive on the way back tomorrow, so don't miss that one. So I've stopped in Newhaven at the Premier Inn, and there's a Brewers Fayre, which is always, the few times I've been there, it's been blooming awful, but there isn't anything else around here, so we're gonna have to do Brewers Fayre. I'll take. Do you know what? I wasn't going to take you with me. I was going to end it here, but I'll take you with me. I'm not going to do all the walk-bys and all the professional flyovers, but I'll you know, over all the different B-roll and stuff. But I'll take you with me, and you can have a look for the foodies out there. You can have a look what I've ordered, and we'll mark it out of 10 as a bit of fun. This is more of a car video, an EV video, but come with me and keep me company. And then I'm going to get my head down because I've got to be up early in the morning to edit. Then I'm going to go off and do a breakfast video and the fish and chips. Gotta have fish and chips while I'm in Brighton, so stick with us. Come on, let's get out of here. Oh, right, got the room. Premier Inn, not the best one really. I put the heater on the wall, and smells like it was burning, so I've switched that off. I don't want to burn the place down. And the thermostat's up there. The front's missing off of it. Anyway, we're going to head over Brewers Fayre. I'm probably just going to have scampi and chips. I'm guessing there'll be about 6 pieces of scampi and maybe 4 chips, 3 peas that'll be in a little pot. But we'll nip over and see, and I'm just going to have a quick pint. And I'm going to come back and edit today's video that you've just watched. So shattered. What I've got to say though, with the electric cars now, it's nearly 9:15, and it adds so much time on the journey. I mean, yes, the electric forecourt was very advanced and very nice, and you know, it's all bells and whistles, isn't it? But or what's the other phrase? I can't think of some phrases. I mean, it looks very nice, but you know, at the end of the day, it's still not the future, is it? Because as James May said, we all know batteries are rubbish. Anyway, I want to go and get something to eat. Come with me if you want. Keep me company. And then it's time to end the video. Come on, I'm so tired. And this is what electric cars do to you. So I've gone for prawn cocktail. Tables are sticky again. Prawn cocktail and scampi and chips. You know, the normal. It's a safe bet, I guess, hopefully. These tables are, look at that, sticky, weird. Right, here we go, the prawn cocktail. I'll eat this. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 prawns. There we go, blimey. Right, so we've got the scampi and chips. Take a closer look, my friends. I think we've got about 10 pieces of scampi there. You might be able to count better than me, I'm very tired. Right, there you go. Well, I'm going to eat this and then I don't even know whether I'm going to mark this out of 10 or go back in the hotel room, and I've got to edit this video, so make sure you give it a thumbs up as well, and if you're new to the channel, do hit that subscribe button, and whatever you do, don't buy an electric car, don't be like me. Right, well, that fills a spot. I'll see you back in the hotel room, and my phone case is sticking to the table. I'll see you back there. Oh, right. Let's get down to business before I edit this video that you're now watching. The meal, by the way, rubbish. And the table was absolutely, it was sticky. I think it's like, if you were in England, do you remember that Solvite advert from years ago where the guy was stuck to that board flying with the helicopter? I could literally, if I laid on that table, you could hang it from a helicopter and I wouldn't fall off it. It was that sticky. But that's not what this video is about. We're about EVs. It was interesting to see the electric forecourt of the future, which will never happen because they've only got 2 done so far. And EVs, I still stand by it. They're not the future at all. We're being lied to. I believe there's some ulterior motive behind it. Why have I got an EV? As I said earlier, probably because I'm stupid. I thought it was a great idea at the time, and I realise now that it isn't. It's not the future. I'm glad I did it because hopefully I can educate some people out there into not buying an EV. If you're thinking about one, please don't do it. Don't do it, because we're being told that basically you cannot have anything other than an electric car by 2030 or 2035. You're not even being given a choice. You are being told that is it, and it's wrong. Give us a choice. If you want an electric car, by all means, have an electric car. If you want an internal combustion engine, have an internal combustion engine. It's all about choice, and you're having that choice taken away from you. You're being forced into it. And what I don't understand is the EV evangelists. It literally is like some kind of religious cult. I've literally had, I can't tell you how many messages of threats against me for basically saying bad things about electric cars. I've had to report some. It's just crazy. It's absolute madness. I don't understand it all. It's nuts. You'd never get that off of, like, if I said, oh, I don't like a V8 or whatever, they're rubbish, don't do it. It's crackers. It's all nuts. Please do not buy an electric car, and I will try and keep hammering it over to people not to buy one. And if I disappear for some reason, then I think you'll understand where I've gone. Anyway, that's all from me today. Thanks for staying with me and keeping me company. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Brighton tomorrow. Bye-bye.